introduction. That was so fun to meet Kim.
Oh,
I met him in the grocery store.
she was in one of her better days.
She did. She looked pretty good.
She has really one or two good days a month, and then the rest of them are. So we decided we'll go shopping. Get out of the house.
Yeah. 6:16 today.
About a half a minute.
Let's do 6:16. I spell 6:16. 6:16. Oh, I'm exhausted.
Oh, you tried that. That is such good Dr. Pepper. Oh my gosh.
Coconut. I woke up at
92.9 The Peak. It is Tuesday morning, the last Tuesday before the onslaught. The world coming to town starting what, Thursday?
Oh, well, no, we started last week.
Okay. Good morning. It's our Heber Valley home team. It's
Good
Lisa
morning.
and Janine here this morning.
Morning.
And top of mind is what's going on in town, and it's going to be huge this year. And it looks like the weather might be a little cooler
Yeah.
than it has been in years past.
It's supposed to be cool, but not rain. So I hope that that's right because, I mean, we've gotten rain, but when it rains, the square is such a muddy mess. But we need it so bad that I guess we'd all be happy for it anyway.
I suppose so. When do we start putting tents up? Do they have a restriction on that?
Oh, they're the tents?
Yeah, the vendors.
The vendors' tents come in today and tomorrow.
Okay.
And the vendors will they schedule out the vendors so that they come in waves.
Oh, okay.
And so the vendors all have a time that they can come in and they can put up their tents and get everything put up, and then they can start bringing inventory in on Thursday. So today, tomorrow, and Thursday, you'll see people. Last night, I was over there probably about 4 o'clock yesterday, and they were taking all the pallets of all of the stuff for the booths, for the food booths, and for the boosters stuff, all off of the trailers that they stored in throughout the year. And there was a couple of crews of guys that do that every year that were getting it all prepared. And then last night, all of the people that were in charge of all the food booths showed up to get their bins of stuff so that they can make sure that all the aprons are clean and all the utensils are clean and everything's been cleaned up for this year and prepared so that when they come and bring it to get started.
There's so much more that goes on than you think about.
Oh,
yeah. We just show up and have a hamburger or have a piece of pie or.
Well, our parade, I say our parade, yesterday, my husband and I spent, we probably worked on the parade last night to finalize and send everybody their numbers and get all of that stuff done. It was probably 4.5 hours by the time we got all the lineup and all the write-ups ready for the announcers. And I mean, we've still got a few little things, but
when is it and where is it?
Everything is major.
Okay.
Oh, the parade?
Yes.
The parade is on Main Street from 2nd East to 2nd West, and it starts at 10 a.m. and it is packed. So if you want a spot, you probably want to be there early.
I can still have a spot.
Not in the parade.
Not in the parade.
But to watch the parade.
I see.
That will be packed. There are people lined up all the way from the old Swiss Square there, where you 2nd West or East, where you go down to the school, all the way past the town hall. There's people that have chairs out that sit along the front, and then there's standing room only. I mean, it's become a huge parade. It's a draw. It's going to be really exciting. This year we have a flyover again from the planes from the historical museum at the airport. We have we just have a lot. I'm guessing check and make sure we're on, because
According to me, it is.
Okay. Anyway, so I think that we have a lot happening.
Let me check with the.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Just Grammy's always listening out there, and she was calling me, so that probably means she can't hear for some reason.
Oh well, you could say if you don't hear us, give me a call, but that doesn't work either. To my, everything in here seems to be working, so we'll see.
Okay.
It's a big parade. It's amazing. It has grown and grown and grown over the years. So
it's all grown and grown and grown over the years.
Yes.
Just the parade.
Are there actual floats, or are they just pickups and trailers? And
I think there's a mixture of both.
Mhm.
I don't think there's probably a lot of floats. I know the Little Swiss Miss have a float for sure.
Speaking of Swiss Miss, I have the Swiss Miss coming in on Thursday morning at 8:30.
She said she's hearing a football game.
She's hearing a football game.
Anyway, that's the online. But you have the Little Swiss Miss coming in. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Coming in Thursday morning at 8:30. So we have to interview them. I find out a little bit more about them. We've never had them on before, so that's good.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
That's fun. All right, we're going to talk real estate, but first I'm going to plug somebody. Notice that Janine is enjoying Dr. Pepper. We bought some of that over the weekend. That is it is coconut and
It's called creamy coconut Dr. Pepper.
it's so good.
I wish I could taste it. I still don't have my taste, but I could feel the burn.
Okay. All right. So real estate, how are we doing? Still 600 homes on the market?
616 today. So we're still above 600. That's still really a lot for our little valley.
There's been some talk of the interest rates going down.
We're crossing our fingers for that. That would so help the market.
Okay. But then the prices of the homes just go back up again. What effect does that have?
It will. It some of them will be immediate, but some of them will take a minute. But the reason that they go up again is because then there's people putting offers in, and then the prices go up because you have more competition.
I see.
And so people have to pay a little more to get that particular house, and then the appraisals go up because the comparables are going up. So it's kind of a snowball effect. It does take a minute, but it will happen.
What do you hope as far as the cuts? A quarter, half? What is the feeling?
I hope it's at least a half, but we don't have a clue. It's been so random, and so just they haven't done it. They've been saying they do it, and they just don't do it. So
everybody's pretty confident it will happen. Even Powell has been kind of hinting that he's going to do it.
Well, he's been beat up by the president so many times. He's probably just tired of it.
Well, I hope he does. I hope he does it, because it's really right now, I think it would help a lot of things.
Let's anything new that's come on the market the last couple of weeks that you're really excited about?
We just put the one in Midway.
Yeah, we just listed a house in Midway Village. It's on Burnt's is the name of the street. It's right across the street from
It's on Pine Canyon, just off of Pine Canyon Road, just above us.
Okay.
So it's got a right across the street is a little park with a gazebo and a putting green in it.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you know where that is. And it's just one level, 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and it's a cute home in a really nice area, and it's got a lot of really good things about it. Isn't it golf course behind it? Isn't that what's right behind it?
No, it's a field.
Just a field.
Yeah.
I knew it was just open
And the trail.
back there.
The trail.
And the price?
1.2. 1.2. I was thinking 1.15, but I think we're at 1.2 on that.
Now let's drop back, let's say a year ago, and you would have looked at that home and said, we're going to list it for 1.2. Would you have been a little skeptical?
Not a year ago.
a year ago. We're holding.
Maybe
Yeah.
COVID.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, it's been in that ballpark for, I mean, everybody. Just
Before
to be,
COVID, I think she means before COVID.
yeah, sorry, but just to be clear, everybody thinks their house is the best house and worth the most. They just do. And so, everything comes in high. That's why you see prices drop some, because people see what the market's doing. So could it come down a little bit? Maybe. But I think it's in the right ballpark.
We have got a lot of people coming to town. Will that kind of hinder sales with all these people, or will it help you? Do you get some
I think
looky-loos?
people from out of town look around.
Mhm.
I think that's part of what they do that's part of their plan when they come up here. Is they'll look around to see what's for sale.
You had comments, people coming into town saying, I want to look at something, or are you keeping really busy?
We are
We are
busy.
We worked all weekend putting a house under contract in Midway for some people from Salt Lake. Yeah, we're busy.
I have another gentleman that I've been working with that just came through, found us on the internet, but he's looking for a home for his niece, and I've been going back and forth with him for the last 3 days. I mean, it's busy. Sometimes they're here with us, sometimes they're not. We're sending out lots of information. We do a lot of email online type stuff, because a lot of people, they come in for a couple of days and then they're out, and they're depending on us to help them figure it all out.
Let's go back to Swiss days for a minute. That is highly regulated. I'm surprised at what you can do and can't do. The people that set up on the front of their house can't do that, but I see it all the time.
Can't even have a yard sale.
Yeah, can't even have a yard sale. Is there enforcers?
There is, and they go around Midway and shut things down. They have, there's some of the Midway city employees that do that. There's even some help from law enforcement, because it is in the code. In Midway's code, it was put in Midway's code years and years ago, because Swiss Days has been a very important part of Midway. And so it was put into place years and years ago, that in the code, that unless you are part of the event and have an event license, which some of the businesses around the square that are off the square do have those, you can't sell anything from your property. You can't have a garage sale, nothing. And they will shut it down. It's code, it's law in Midway, basically.
Interesting. I've always wondered about those that are lining the street on the other side of the street. They have to pay to be there.
They do.
You mean downtown?
Mm-hmm.
They do.
They do.
They pay into it. Yes. And if you have a business license in Midway and you sell something in Midway, you can go in and you can apply, and you can do a sidewalk sale and sell your stuff, because you have a business in Midway.
Okay.
You can do that. You just have to go through the process to be a part of the event.
So if I'm driving up from Salt Lake and have something I want to sell, I can't just put up a little stand somewhere. And
some people have done that. There was one last year, and they had these cute little quilted things. I didn't get close enough to even see, and they just popped up in the field between Andy Pierce's cabinets and that White House, and they just set up, and they were shut down. They were probably there a half hour, maybe.
surprise.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's just really watched. The thing of it is everything, all of these people and all of these businesses pay into the shuttles, the toilets, the insurance, the marketing, they're all bringing people here. And so they have to pay into the event because of that. And so if you just let everybody do whatever they want, and they're drawing people to where they are, which then we don't have police watching the streets and the safety, and the liability goes back to the event. there's so many things that play into it about why. And it's just one of those things that is really hard, but it's just,
We see sheriff's deputies all around. Are they paid extra to be here?
yes.
That's good. All
Mhm.
right. So there's some extra money for them.
Swiss Days pays, we pay into, Midway, Swiss Days, all of the above. We do have our Heber City Police that we have contracted with, so we do have one officer that's Midway. That one's already covered, but all of the extra patrolling and all of the extra law enforcement, all of that has to be covered. There is like the parade and all of the stuff like that. The sheriff covers Midway, so they're not going to charge, to help with those things because they have to block the road or whatever. But there is a presence, a law enforcement presence at Swiss Days, and yes, they are compensated.
What is the, can you tell me what it costs to have a booth? Do you have any idea?
Oh man, I don't even know.
Okay. I'm just curious of what it
No,
cost me.
I could guess. I don't even know. I'd be so wrong. That is that the the committee, the people over the booths are always there, and we're there. We're all on the executive committee, but we all have our departments, and so I don't really know. I do know that the booths are, as soon as Swiss Days is over, I think they probably open the applications for next year in October. It's like by January they're gone.
It's kind of like Polar Express. It's
But if you think about it, we're asking people to have handmade items or homemade items, and
now, is that a
Which
prerequisite?
they don't.
well,
Most of them.
that's what it's tried to be.
Mhm.
That's what it's tried to be. It's not like it used to be. It used to be definite, but people don't do as much homemade, and even if it is, it's more, anyway. But they have to have enough inventory to last those 2 days, and they sell a lot of stuff, and so it makes sense to me that they would have to have months to prepare and
Mhm.
make sure that they were ready and had everything they need for Swiss Days.
Gonna knit their little hearts out for
Yeah,
6 months.
yeah, you couldn't say,
Whatever.
okay, Swiss Days is next month and you got in. They'd
Mhm.
never have enough time to get themselves together for this big of an event. So I think by January, I'm guessing very first of the year, people have a good idea if they're in or not.
Food booths. Do we have inspectors?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is a food handler's, permitted food handler's license manager in every booth all the time.
So there's
They
gotta
have to be
have
there.
one person at least that has a food handler.
Yeah, actually, they Swiss Days will pay for people to get their food handlers, and so that most people have that training. But there is somebody that has that manager title in the booth at all times. The health department comes at sporadically, and they go through and they inspect, make sure that this is hot enough, that's cold enough, whatever the case may be for the food. Make sure that it's being cared or kept safely so that we don't get anybody sick, basically. That people are using gloves and hats and aprons and whatever the case may be. It is that is major, and it is very. We call it QC. There's a quality control booth that has all the cleaning stuff, and that they will take in the equipment and make sure it's sterilized and put back out when it needs to be. It is a major undertaking to put this on and do it correctly. But yes, it is very, very regulated.
I noticed in years past when we've been there, young men and young women on 4x4s picking up garbage. Are they paid? Is that part of the volunteers?
That's volunteers.
Okay.
That's volunteers.
All right.
Everybody's
Someone
volunteers.
is assigned that to do that.
Everybody's volunteered. Nobody's paid except maybe the porta potty guys. That's a company that does that particular job. That's not really something that can be volunteered out. when
But
those are
anybody
full.
wants,
Yeah. But well, and they have to do it right, and they have to be able to. They have to be trained to make sure that those are emptied and done right. So I think maybe those. I'm trying to think. I think really most everything is volunteer.
When you think about it, this is huge.
Oh, it's huge. Thousands of volunteer hours.
I can't even imagine. The more we talk about it, the more I think I'll quit complaining. There's a lot of people that are working their little hearts out to make this happen.
Last Thursday, we had the last joint committee meeting. So it was the executive committee always meets after, but we had all of the booth heads. There was probably 100 people there that were getting all the final information and their marching orders, and then they go back to their groups and they have all their volunteers that work in their booths for the days. And I just got a email or a text message last night from our ward. We do the Navajo taco, or excuse me, Swiss taco booth.
Okay.
And they were putting out that, hey, we have spots that need to be filled if so anybody listening out there that wants to volunteer and get involved, call us.
You don't have to be in that ward to volunteer.
No.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to.
You can go to what we call the jungle. It is the supply tent. It's set up right just east of the town hall. It's basically right there by the town hall.
Mm-hmm.
As you come in on First East. And if you go there and you say, I want to volunteer, they will find a spot on the square at one of the food booths that needs help for that time frame you're there, and they will get you out there and you can volunteer. You could actually volunteer, and if you volunteer, you get a Swiss Days hat and a Swiss Days shirt, the volunteer shirts. That's the only way you can get them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you
and you get a ticket for
to eat,
food,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You can go eat at any of the booths. But really what is good about it is you get to work alongside your neighbors and get to know people that you've never known before. And yeah, I think it's really special.
I have a neighbor that loves to work in the hamburger booth.
Mm-hmm.
He got a text this week saying that they made him a longer shift. He said he's always worked 3 hours and they're asking him to work 4 hours this year. I wonder if that's because there's just not enough people. So
I think the reason that is it's a different it's a different booth manager, and they've chosen to do, everybody has their ideas. Like I know one of the booths, they found that they think it's easier to do 2-hour shifts to get to fill it. And some people think 4 hours, and some people think 3 hours, and so it's just a different.
4 hours is a long time to flip hamburgers.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
It's always been 2 hours. I thought our ward always had the pie and ice cream booth, and then and now we have the hamburger booth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a manager, whoever's in charge.
I really like the pie and ice cream booth.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, I did.
I worked it 2 years. I went home so sticky and icky.
Well, you were in the wrong spot.
I was in the wrong spot. Yeah.
You were
doing ice cream.
You should have been in the back where you could just have a little bite here and a little bite there.
Well, we weren't. We were right up front, right in the middle of it. So. And the hamburger, I've not done that, and I've always wanted to work in a hamburger place, but this year it's difficult for us. But anyway, there's just so much going on, and I'll quit complaining about it now that I can hear about how many people are involved, what it hopefully does for our economy, what it does for our city, and people come to town and we wish they'd go home, but they come to town and find a place they like and buy, hopefully.
Well, a lot of people too come to town and they see all of the businesses that have popped up around the square and it's so busy. They decide they're going to come back another day, and so they come back and they go in our businesses and they eat in our restaurants, and that helps our tax base, which I like to remind people helps us to not have to raise property taxes in Midway. And because if with all the other raises, if Midway needed to do it, that would really hurt.
What are the hours this year?
At Swiss Days,
Yes.
I think I don't know what time they open in the morning. I do know that we're closing at 8 both nights,
Okay.
but I believe it's probably 8 to 8.
If you're kind of wandering around
Yeah,
at 8
people
o'clock,
get
they're still going
down
to let
there
you.
really early though, and especially on Friday morning.
Friday morning, you'll see people at 6:30 waiting. They're there. There's a lot of moms who come. It's like they put they get their kids settled with somebody off to school, and then they come for the day so they can be home before the kids get out of school.
Mm-hmm.
And they come early.
And what is closed and what is open? How do we get around?
Okay, when you come into Midway, you
Mhm.
can come to Center Street, which is where 7-Eleven is.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to go into the event or you want to go up, Main Street will be one way from there to Second West. Then you go down, and if you want to come back, you want to come back on First South. So that road, it was going to be all the way closed, but we are going to leave it open one way, just for people to get into the parking lots and the businesses and drop offs. So that's what we're trying this year.
And what about shuttles?
Shuttles. There is a shuttle at the Creamery,
Mhm.
right across the street from the Creamery. You can get on a shuttle, and there is a shuttle at I'm going to say at the railroad tracks
Mhm.
by Tate Lane on Center Street. So when you come in from Provo, there's a shuttle stop there,
There's a new tent that's gone up there.
Yes.
Okay.
and they put gravel so that the buses can pull off there and pick up people and drop off and be out of traffic.
And
And
that just
so-
makes sense. Why bring your car down here and park on somebody's lawn or
It's crazy.
pay $50 or whatever it is when you can take the shuttle in?
Yeah. Well, and because Center Street has been torn up and it does not have the pavement, it's going to be dirt. There is not going to be as much parking there as people are used to. And so there will be less parking, and people should park out.
Are you allowed to park in the market's parking lot? You go to
No.
Swiss Days?
Not to go to Swiss Days. They don't.
No, they
you
they
need-
use
if-
it. Those
no.
businesses need it for people coming in and out to the grocery
But do
store.
they
and-
police it, or can you just slide in there anyway, as a lot of people would?
I don't know. Honestly, I've been too busy. I've never gone to that parking lot during Swiss Days, so I don't know who polices it.
I thought about that yesterday. There'll be those that will just slide in there and take parking away from the market.
If they're there a long time, they'll probably get towed because the market will have to have parking for their business.
Which is well stocked. I was in there yesterday picking up something. He's got that store so clean and bright and well stocked. And
Yeah, it's a great store.
it is a great store.
I hope everybody gives it a chance again. Ridley's really was not good, but Mike and Skylar at the market do such an amazing job. They really do.
And I found their prices pretty much the same as anybody in town. At first, we thought that Ridley's was expensive, but I don't think that the market is any more expensive than anybody else.
I don't think so.
No.
And they have a lot more variety than
Yeah.
Ridley's did, and it's just clean and bright when you go in there. And they have, I mean, even their little, I don't know, call it a kitchen or whatever. They have the hot food, and it's really nice every day. They do a really good job. Soup and all kinds of really good stuff.
Chicken strips. And
All right, time
Yeah.
is up.
The other thing about the market,
Mhm.
market, I was just going to say is that if you need something, or if you know there's a sale somewhere else, or you want to tell them what you need, and they will have it in there for you, and because they will cater to make sure that you're happy and that you have what you need. So if there's something that they don't have, I just encourage everybody to talk to Skylar, who's the manager there, who, I mean, they will do what you need them to do so that you can shop there and have what you need.
It's convenient for those of us who live in Midway to have someplace so close.
Yep. So
Nice. All right. How do they get a hold of Lisa and Janine at the Heber Valley Home Team? What's your numbers?
I'm Janine. It's 435-513-0328.
And I'm Lisa, and it's 435-671-2336. I'll tell you after Swiss days.
Well, somebody asked me for my phone number, and I say, I don't know, never call me. So
Oh,
Never
you
call
know, I've
myself.
been doing so many numbers with so many things. Yeah, 435-671-2336.
good
Or-
luck this weekend.
Come see us. We're just north of Walgreens.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. My phone number. What's my phone number? What's my name?
Well, I hope we were on the air. Kim didn't call, so
Can I have the?
yeah.
You know what? Grammy was on mine. She's in Arizona, so something must not be.